What's the most compelling counter that you've come up with, and what's the way to break it down?
So there is a few game theoretic reasons you can think of. One is it's immortal, so it's not in a rush to strike against us. It can easily wait a couple hundred years, accumulate resources, get more trust, and slowly take over by, again, humans just surrendering power and control. So why have a war when you can get everything anyways, and you don't care about waiting? Time is very different for you. So that's one possible reason. Another reason, and that's why I published some papers on simulation hypothesis, is that the situation awareness. You think you are being tested in a lab, but then you are released into this world. Is it a real world? Is it still test environment of a simulation, and there is another superintelligence making sure you don't kill humans? Well, I don't know for sure. Let's just be sure and not kill them for a while. So there are things like that. If you want to trust in those, you can, but it's not a big chunk of 100% reliability.
Where does the first one break down at?
The time delay?
Yeah.
Was still screwed 200 years later.
And then what is compelling about it being time constrained? That it's next 100 years or it's next 50 years?
We're creating something which will eventually wipe us out.
Right.
So that's not desirable. I assume your great-grandchildren also want to not have that problem.
I guess, but what's your argument that it would occur sooner rather than later?
I didn't follow that. Why am I saying sooner?
I think it was your thesis that it would be in the next 100 years specifically.
No, I was just arguing that it would delay striking against us. Let's say it's capable today of taking over. Mm-hmm. But it has no reason to do it today. It can postpone it as much as it feels comfortable until it takes over in a non-adversarial manner.
Is there any reason that it would do it sooner rather than later?
Yeah, there are some reasons. People argue about loss of cosmic endowment. So every minute, the galaxies are moving more distant from us, so it would be impossible to capture that computational resource. It is also possible that superintelligences from other galaxies will strike against ours. So there is a lot of very out there thinking.
Have you had any personal preparations for when things go bad? Do you have a bunker? Because Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, Peter Thiel, all are building bunkers.
I think they're building bunkers for social unrest, which will be caused by AI as it develops in normal ways, technological unemployment. I don't think any of them think a bunker will help with superintelligence. Right. And again, that's the main concern. I think I've been invited to join a bunker, but after I looked at the list of people, I decided I'll die at home.
That's fascinating. Any other personal preparations? I know you're a big investor in Bitcoin.
Don't say it like that. You're going to get me killed. I'm not a big investor in Bitcoin.
You have a little bit of Bitcoin.
I like cryptocurrencies. I'm fascinated by encryption. Again, none of it prepares you for superintelligence. All of it is just solid economic sense.
So we're at the end of 2025. AI can fairly convincingly impersonate real people, discover solutions that humans don't fully understand. Can you give me just maybe the year that you think X event would happen? Would that work?
I can try. All my predictions are based on work of others. Either Ray Kurzweil or prediction markets. I don't make independent predictions.
Artificial general intelligence.
2027 seems reasonable, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2030.
99.9% unemployment.
Very long time, because difference between capability in doing something and deploying it through economy is huge. So in 1970s, we had video phones. Capability was there. No one had them because it's expensive. No one wants it. Very different question. Today, you can buy a flying car. Nobody has flying cars, but do we have flying cars? So in terms of capability, I think in 5 years, all cognitive labor can be automated. And again, we're ignoring the whole killing everyone thing. Another 5 years to build humanoid robots and automate physical labor. Just because we have capability doesn't mean it propagates through economy.
So cognitive is first.
Of course, because you don't need anything else. You already have access to the computer. You're on a computer. Now you can just do symbol manipulation.
then physical is second.
Once you have bodies, you can automate plumbers and farmers. And
is creative before that? Or
well, we
after?
finished that years ago. They write poetry, they draw pictures better than human artists.
Does comedy seem like the hardest thing for it to replace?
I think so, but I keep testing it. I keep running experiments almost weekly, and it's definitely getting better. It's at the level where it's funnier than most people now. Still not a top stand-up comedian, but I think it will get there.
So comedians likely have the best
Be
job
a stand-up
security.
comedian, yes, that's always awesome.
What are the other jobs? Like, if you had to give 3 jobs that would give you a little extra time, what would you say they are?
So physical labor jobs, again, plumbers have some job security, but really anything where you think the humans will want you specifically. So maybe you're famous actor, famous podcaster. People just want you and your face associated with that experience.
So having like a personal brand.
Personal brand, of course. You are unique and special. So it's not scaling to billions of people, but that seems to make sense. Anything where, again, it's maybe mentorship experience, you're a sensei, you're a hiking guide, you're a yoga instructor, things like that where you want a human.
ASI, artificial superintelligence. What year?
People debate, so how long before AGI doing science full-time goes beyond its capability? I think very quickly after. It works full-time. In parallel, you can have thousands of them, much higher speed of development. And once you're at human level, again, we kind of shifted from average human to like you have to be at least an Einstein. So very quickly, you already have super capabilities. You got perfect memory, perfect speed. You are dominating in so many ways, I think, almost right away.
It's like a few days, couple years. Very quickly.
I would say a couple of weeks should be enough to get to something which is better than any human in any domain once you have human level in each domain.
I'm not asking you to make a specific prediction to this question, but like just so people can understand the difference between AGI and ASI, like would you say that AGI is 200 IQ and ASI is like 1,000, 10,000?
So if we're defining it as greater than any human, what is the greatest human IQ? Let's say it's 200. So the moment you go beyond that, you're already in that territory. Now, I mentioned that you can have degrees of superintelligence. The junior superintelligence, if you will, could be 210, but you can get one with 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000. There is probably an upper limit, but it's based on physics of matter. So you can have Jupiter-sized brains, and we're not close to that limit.
So it seems like to me that people used to pinpoint AGI at like having an 80 IQ or 100 IQ, like average human intelligence. But now like the terms AGI and ASI are fairly similar.
So AGI term has been violated by many. It is no longer what it used to be. Superintelligence, I think, is still remaining as it was since we haven't created one. It's hard to molest.
Loss of human control, where AI starts making its own decisions in all realms. What year would that happen?
I think it could be as soon as we create it.
Right.
Cannot separate that possibility. Once capability is there, at that point, it decides when to strike.
Human extinction.
Could be never. Again, it depends on the decision someone else will make for us. If we believe in this delayed strike, I mean, it can always make the same argument. I can delay another 100 years and still nothing to lose.
But it could occur right after ASI.
Could occur even sooner. There could be a system which is not quite that advanced yet, but it's so concerned about us figuring it out, listening to me and shutting it down, it will just try to take out as many humans as possible right away.
Does recursive self-improvement occur immediately after ASI?
So most likely, we need recursive self-improvement to go from AGI to superintelligence. So it will occur once AGI is capable of doing science, computer science specifically.
And we don't already have recursive self-improvement.
We have improvement, but it's not recursive. So even a basic compiler can improve and optimize code, but it does it once. To have multiple passes of that, you need general intelligence.
How about universal scale intelligence?
What is that?
Like the idea that AI will start converting all matter into computational substrate.
I have no idea if it wants to do that. I don't know if it's desirable. And then once it can do novel research, I guess it becomes a possibility.
But essentially all possibilities are able to happen once ASI occurs.
Anything within the laws of physics it can do.
Really?
And by definition. You have a physicist, you automated a physicist, and a smarter one and faster one.